It's always a pleasure to be in your company. Good evening and a warm welcome to a brand new week of Primetime News. I'm Michael Madimba. As we always call upon you, if it's your first time joining us, please subscribe, tap the like button, and be sure to click on the bell icon to stay abreast with the latest in local and global news. Leading the bulletin tonight, Head of State Dr. Hage Geingob has appointed Finance Minister Ipumbu Shimi as the Acting Minister of Public Enterprises, effective the 1st of April 2022. Linia Dishena compiled our first report. A press statement issued on Saturday by the Office of the President said Shimi's 6-month appointment follows the departure of former Minister Leon Schuster, who resigned on 31 March 2022 as Minister and Member of Parliament. The statement noted that Shimi will oversee the transition of the Ministry of Public Enterprises to the Ministry of Finance, adding that he is also empowered to administer all such laws, entrusting powers, duties, or functions to the minister responsible for public enterprises. It indicated that the head of state appointed Shimi under the powers vested in the President under Section 4 of the Assignment of Powers Act 1990, read together with Article 32, Section 3, IDD of the Namibian Constitution. On to the next story. The Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform is cautioning motorists in the Karas and Hadap regions to drive cautiously following the 4th wave outbreak of the brown locust infestation. Once more, Linia Dishena compiled the story.
A media statement issued on Saturday by the ministry's acting executive director, Ndiakopi Ngituamata, said the two regions have been a breeding zone for brown locust after receiving good rains, with the first outbreak reported in November 2021. The Namibian Police Force reported road accidents caused due to the presence of locusts on the road, with the most recent accident occurring on the B1 road about 20 kilometers north of Keetmanshoop on Saturday, where 3 people died. The statement said the ministry has deployed 23 staff members to the regions and a total of 109,470 hectares was sprayed, while 2,119,681 hectares is under surveillance and monitoring. It added that the ministry has also initiated awareness campaigns through local radio stations in Hardap and Karas to alert farmers on the presence of the pest and protocols involved during the operations. The ministry urged farmers to open up their farm gates to allow the teams to have full access to the infested areas, as spraying from outside the fences does not yield any positive and conclusive results. The spraying teams are currently on the ground in the two regions at about 300 hours to 1,000 hours daily. The Karas and Hardap communities are also urged to report any presence of locusts to their nearest ministry offices.
On to local development matters. The Association of Local Authorities of Namibia, ALAN, elected new members to lead the body for the next 3 years at its elective congress held at Oshakati over the weekend. I was on the ground in that town and produced this insert. Outgoing ALAN President Katrina Shimbulu and Vice President Gabriel Freire will be replaced by Samuel Goy Amseb and Hilda Yesaya as President and Vice President respectively. In an interview with Nampa on the sidelines of the Congress, Shimbulu expressed satisfaction with the groundwork her tenure had laid for the incoming administration that will be expected to continue playing an oversight role over the 57 local authorities throughout Namibia. Among the successes, the outgoing ALAN president counts the stabilization of ALAN's financial books, the contracting of employees, as well as the warm rapport between ALAN and the Minister of Urban and Rural Development as some of the highlights. Shimbulu highlighted that ALAN's thin revenue base, which is largely dependent on membership fees for its operations, is a major challenge as some members abscond from membership payment. The former ALAN president expressed confidence in the incoming elected leadership and called for unity of purpose for the association to grow in leaps and bounds. Reporting from Oshakati, I'm Michael Madimba. Switching attention to continental news. Local sources revealed that at least 21 people were killed earlier today in an armed attack blamed on rebels of the Allied Democratic Forces ADF in Northeastern Democratic Republic of the Congo. Xinhua brings us the details.
Local security and military sources who confirmed the tragedy to Xinhua said the attack was carried out by possible Allied Democratic Forces rebels in the Mugushi village located in the Irumu region of the Ituri province. Multiple local sources told Xinhua hundreds of civilians, mainly women and children, have been rushing to Bunja, Ituri's capital, to seek refuge. Ituri and the neighboring province of North Kivu have been placed under state siege, where the provinces are governed by military and police officers since May 2021 due to the rising insecurity in the region by armed groups, in particular the Allied Democratic Forces. DRC Prime Minister Jean-Michel Sama Lukonde has been on a 5-day mission since Sunday, scheduled in North Kivu and Ituri to evaluate the security situation.
Kindly stand by for your top roundup. Now, in the primetime biz segment tonight, we begin with European news. French banking group Société Générale earlier today revealed that it was ceasing activities in Russia and selling its majority stake in Rosbank weeks after Ukraine's leader urged French firms to leave over Moscow's invasion of his country. Société Générale said in a statement that its withdrawal from Russia would cost it 3.1 billion euros. The firm said in a statement that it ceases its banking and insurance activities in Russia. It also announced the signing of a sale and purchase agreement to sell its entire stake in Rosbank and the group's Russian insurance subsidiaries to Interrosh Capital, an investment firm founded by one of Russia's richest oligarchs, Kremlin confidant Vladimir Putin. Société Générale said, with this agreement, concluded after several weeks of intensive work, the group would exit in an effective and orderly manner from Russia, ensuring continuity for its employees and clients. The bank says it expects the deal to be completed in the coming weeks and that it was subject to approval from regulators. Staying in Europe. New data revealed that the speed at which the UK economy grew slowed significantly in February as the cost of living crisis started to take hold. DPA brings us more.
The Office for National Statistics said the gross domestic product increased just 0.1% in February compared to a rise of 0.8% in January. This was below expected rise of 0.3% predicted by economists. Growth was seen in the hospitality and leisure sectors as Omicron infection numbers eased compared to November and January. But GDP was also hit as government spending on the NHS test and trace system and COVID-19 vaccination booster program slowed in February. There were also slowdowns in the construction industry as business confidence took a knock with the cost of living crisis and high energy bills, leaving bosses uneasy about making significant investments.
And with this insert, we've come to the end of the top news for this evening. Kindly stay tuned for the economics roundup followed by the weather forecast.
A very good evening and welcome to Sport Planet, where we bring you up-to-date sports news. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. Cycling headlines the segment tonight. Namibia's Olympic cyclist Alex Miller beat a star-studded field to win the 2022 Nedbank cross-country cycling competition at the IJG Trails in Kleine Kupa on Saturday. The Namibian came first in 1 hour, 39 minutes and 32 seconds ahead of second-place South African Johan van Zyl, who clocked 1 hour, 43 minutes and 22 seconds, and 2020 World Under-23 champion Cameron Wright of Australia, who was third in a time of 1 hour, 45 minutes and 38 seconds. Miller led from the start to the finish and at one point had opened up a gap of over 2.5 minutes from his competitors. In the women's event, South Africa's Mariski Strauss came in first in a time of 1 hour, 35 minutes and 18 seconds, followed in second place by Namibia's Monique du Plessis, who clocked 1 hour, 54 minutes and 39 seconds. Third place went to Namibia's Nicola Vester, who was lapped but clocked 1 hour, 38 minutes and 10 seconds. On to Champions League football. Chelsea captain Cesar Azpilicueta has travelled with the squad for the second leg of their Champions League quarter-final tie against Real Madrid on Tuesday. The Blues, who are 3-1 down from the home leg, could welcome back Azpilicueta after he missed the weekend win at Southampton, having tested positive for coronavirus. Romelu Lukaku is not fit and Ross Barkley also misses out, while Callum Hudson-Odoi and Ben Chilwell are still absent. Kindly stand by for your sports roundup. With the Sport Planet segment, we've come to the end of Monday night's edition of Primetime News. Many thanks for tuning in. Once more, another reminder that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and hit the notifications bell to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and globally. Feel free to interact with us as well in the comments section. Catch us tomorrow for yet another edition of Primetime News. From myself, Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production crew, it's good night.